It's talkSPORT 2, it's The Social, Sam Ellard and Dan Bardell with you until 5 o'clock. We were talking about haircuts, weren't we, earlier, Dan? And I need to move to Birmingham for a skin fade.
Yeah.
And a shape up of the beard, and you're looking fresh, by the way. Do you want to reveal to our wonderful audience how much you pay for that?
20,
if you don't mind.
£20 per week.
That is incredible value. I mean, will your barber come down to London and do my hair for that price?
I could speak to him. He quite often listens. Josh Perusa, Barbershop Social.
Well, there we go. Now it's £15 after that.
He'll like that.
Are you allowed to do that?
I'm not sure.
That's free promotion. That is an absolute disgrace.
I won't be on the show. I won't be on the show next week.
An absolute disgrace.
There we go. Josh Perusa, mate, you're doing a good job. And for 20 quid, I'll be having some of that.
Yeah.
Plenty coming up, Dan, between now and 5 o'clock. We're looking ahead to the big game this evening in the Premier League. We'll also do Twitter Corner. Jeremy Fulham, who, by the way, I should put on record, was not the one. That's libelous for me, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Jeremy Fulham did not say.
An absolute disgrace.
It was not Jeremy that didn't rate Unai Emery. Do you know who said it?
Neither of us coming back next week, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Just me by myself. It was Harry Symeou who, on this show, in that seat, wasn't having Unai Emery.
I came in with Harry earlier on this year, and we were talking about Emery, and he was I remember him being very complimentary about him.
No, well, with me, I promise you it wasn't. I promise you. And I'm absolutely certain it was Harry Symeou. I'm digging him out. Jeremy, I'm sorry, it was Harry Symeou.
In part 4, you'll be apologising to him.
He's gonna call me up and go, stop slagging everyone off. Let's talk some transfers, shall we, Dan?
Yes.
Bruno Fernandes is not pushing to leave Manchester United. talkSPORT understands. Fernandes is the latest big-name target, though, for the Saudi Pro League, but United have been given no indication their captain is unhappy at Old Trafford and is not one of the players they are actively looking to offload. It has been reported in the papers this morning that Bruno and his United teammate Casemiro are wanted by the Saudis. We touched on this at the start of the show, and I think we basically said, Bruno, got to keep hold of him. Casemiro, they should drive him to Saudi Arabia, shouldn't they?
I mean, what Carragher did was quite harsh, wasn't it? But it's very hard to disagree with it.
Oh, it was true though, wasn't it?
It is true, but a year ago.
But that was a year ago.
No, I get that. But we were all saying, it's actually turned out to be a really good boy. Scored some important goals. Scored in a
this
cup
season.
final.
Forget about the Palace game. The Arsenal goal on Sunday normally more than. I mean, I don't care if you're a defender or you play in defensive midfield. You know you've got to get up. I mean, he's pretty much jogging at best.
In fairness to him, he looks like he doesn't want to be playing in central midfield for Manchester United. He definitely does not want to be playing centre-back. And
where does he want to play then?
Well, he'd like to play
in Saudi Arabia?
Maybe in Saudi Arabia. Trouble is, he's on a massive contract on huge money. Even the Saudis might look at that and think, not sure I'm going to pay that.
That was just another example, 478,000 of, bad judgment. No. That's how many mistakes the Man United team have made over the past 10 years, right? I mean, everything really, post-Alex Ferguson, recruitment-wise, in terms of players in, players out, they've just been run terribly, haven't they?
Yeah, there's not a single facet of Manchester United since Alex Ferguson's left where you'd say, they've done that quite well, haven't they? They're just such a world away from the Manchester United I remember when I was growing up, who just seemed like the ultimate team, and even in terms of mentality, attitude, bringing players through the academy, buying well. I mean, Ferguson made mistakes as well, but you will do when you have 30 years of buying players. You're not going to get every single thing right, but they just haven't got anything right since Alex Ferguson left. Where
are you out of interest on Eric Ten Hag? Are you very much given more time? I feel sorry for him, loads of injuries. No. Or are you, they've been so bad this season, he's got to go?
I mean, Manchester United could finish 9th.
Yeah,
I think,
they could finish 9th.
At this point.
West Ham will have to win at Man City, but they could finish 9th, yeah.
I mean, they've been low since Fergie left, but that would be a new low, wouldn't it? They've got no chance of winning the FA Cup final. Manchester City, they won't allow that to happen at Wembley. They'll be too good for them.
It'd be one of the biggest FA Cup upsets of all time, wouldn't it?
Would that be? I think that would have been a bigger upset than Coventry beating Manchester United in the semis.
Wow.
Honestly.
Yeah, Coventry. Is that what you think? Yeah.
I think it would be. I bet the odds aren't far off.
No.
I bet it's not that different in terms of.
Do you know what we can do? Maybe we'll ask our friends at William Hill if they could do that. Dan reckons that the odds, Coventry beating Man United.
I think actually someone William Hill did say this on the show a few weeks ago.
Really?
Perhaps that's where I've got it from.
Okay, yeah. Well, they're coming
Stealing
on very
other
shortly.
people's lines.
No, that's fair enough. We'll try and get that. But there's probably quite a few players though, isn't there, in that Man United team? The Man United are sitting there thinking, please, Saudi, come and take Casemiro.
Yeah.
Come and take Anthony.
Job lot.
Get We'll send him on a private jet.
Yeah, absolute job like Manchester United would look to do. I think the way I look at it is, I'm a Villa fan. How many players do I think from Manchester United would get in Villa's team?
I'll tell you how many we're getting. I think in the starting 11, I don't think any Manchester United player will get in the Villa starting 11. I genuinely think. I can't think of one.
The only one I can...
Maybe a fully fit Luke Shaw at left back, maybe?
Yeah, fullback's the only area where I think I could make a case. I think Dallow's been one of Manchester United's best players over the last few years. I think maybe he'd play at right back for Villa potentially, but
nobody else. Rashford's not getting in.
No, not Bruno.
You wouldn't. Why would you want Bruno in that midfield? He wouldn't suit the Villa midfield, would he?
No, I just...
Mainu? Still a bit too young, a little bit too raw.
When Kamara's fit and we've got Kamara in the leads, I'm not going to pick him over then. Certainly not Tielemans as well. I'm not McGinn plays central midfield. Mainly he can come in and be number 5 midfielder if he likes.
Yeah.
He's good at Manchester United because everyone else is so bad.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to put it.
I agree.
I actually think Mainu will play for England. But England are short in that position. Garnacho on the left hand side, perhaps. But
he's not better than
when Jacob Ramsey's fit and flying. His record under Emery's really good.
Do you know what? So much gets made of some of your Chelsea, United's injuries this season. It's easy to forget the Villa have had some serious injuries and some long-term injuries.
It is easy to forget, but let me tell you, I peddle it everywhere that I go nowadays.
Nobody forgets it.
They've coped with it brilliantly, and Emery hasn't mentioned it in press conferences at any point.
Whereas Ten Hag's now at the point, isn't he, where every single time he speaks, he goes, "Yeah, we've got 14 players unavailable."
In fairness to Ten Hag, he's playing Johnny Evans and Casemiro centre back. So
should he play Campbell?
I didn't understand that.
I don't know why. After Casemiro, he could barely walk on Monday against Palace.
He just knows Johnny, especially when you know Johnny Evans can probably only play 60, 70 minutes. Bring Johnny Evans on. Don't have him as the starter.
So you say you think Ten Hag's going to go? Do you think?
I'm not saying I think he's going to go. I think he should.
You think he should go, but do you think he will go?
I just think I can't see how they've got any choice. Well, if you're having a full top-to-bottom root and branch review of Manchester United and you're making sweeping changes everywhere, in particular on the football side of things, surely you have to do the same with the manager. If you've even got 1% doubt on the manager, surely you have to make a change there as well, because you can't put all this new stuff in place and then start with Ten Hag and 3 months into next season do it then, because then you look like you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, then it gets messy, doesn't it?
You've kind of got to do it in the summer. I think a bit like when Van Gaal left, we'll get to just before the FA Cup final and all the reports will start to come out of, even if they win the FA Cup, he knows he's gone. I think
because really, in theory, one game of football, let's say one freak performance, shouldn't change the thought process of what they've seen in the last year at Manchester United.
But you all know they beat Liverpool in the FA Cup. It doesn't suddenly make
the league got a point and played decent.
Doesn't suddenly make them a good team.
No.
I mean, they beat Villa twice, and I honestly can't believe for the life of me.
You were 2 up at Old Trafford, weren't you?
And we completely outplayed them at Villa Park, but they somehow beat us. We'd already be in the Champions League if it wasn't for those two.
Yeah, I'm sure you would have seen it, or someone would have sent it to you if you didn't hear it at the time. It was a few weeks ago now, to be fair. But Andy Goldstein on Drive said that Emery would swap Villa for Man United if they came in for him this summer.
Did you not say that we had a bit of a Barney back and forth?
Oh no,
he was talking about me on talkSPORT, and then I was talking about him on here, and then they were playing what I said to him.
On his show.
No. Bit of beef. What did he call me? He called me a pilchard.
A what?
A pilchard.
What is that?
It's like is it a fish?
A fish?
Is it a fish? Yeah,
why do you call you a fish?
I don't really know. I think, and then he told me to get back to the cheap seats as well.
Oh no! How
did that get past you?
No, I don't know.
I didn't think anything at talkSPORT got past you.
No, I am pretty much across everything here at talkSPORT.
You've missed that.
There's so much going on these days, Dan.
My phone blew up when he said that
on talkSPORT.
I was just getting tweet after tweet saying Andy Goldstein's just called you out. What are you going to do about this? Probably not going to do anything. No. I didn't
know that. Yeah. So needless to say, you didn't agree with his opinion, then, did you? On Unai Emery was
ultimately he was completely and factually incorrect, because Unai Emery has signed a new contract at Villa, and if Manchester United came in for him, he would not leave. He wouldn't have left then, and he wouldn't leave now. Yeah. And he won't leave in a year's time.
No. I completely. Why on earth would you want to give up?
Have that goal today.
Why on earth would you want to give up Villa right now? For everything he's done there, all the great work he's done there for a team. We know the big club, Man United, but are just sinking, right?
Yeah, I mean, you go in from a team that's 4th in the Premier League to a team that potentially could finish 9th. Why would you do it? You wouldn't do that, would you?
Have that Goldstein. I don't think you look like a fish. Let's bang out.
No. If I am fish, one with a good skin fad.
Yeah, and you already paid 20 quid for it, so happy days.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.